All right, so first up here against the Farmmac F660, which I'm like, that thing runs great. It runs great. I was really surprised by that. That's the way that the 372 should have ran. I mean, that quality of run, maybe not that powerful, but you get what I'm saying. Um, Clearly, yeah, that Farmmac kicks it in high gear. It runs like a 92cc saw should run, regardless of. I mean, the thing's a clone. But anyways, but we got to look at the Echo and how it did. So I've heard a lot of people say things like, "I run a 28-inch bar on my 590." Eric, I know you say that about yours and all that stuff. And yeah, you can run a bigger bar on a small saw, no problem. I mean, not no problem. But what I'm getting at is look at what the Farmmac did versus the Echo. Now, the Echo did a lot better than I thought it was going to do. It did well. It really did. It really did. However, that saw is not meant to run a bar like that. I personally think that even a 28-inch bar, you are pushing it. And it's just like, it's not meant to do that. Now, if you want to run a 28-inch bar and go at it and do some cuts on this one tree because this is the saw you got, yeah, go for it. But what I'm talking about is like what is that saw meant to run? Now it does punch above its weight class. There's no doubt about it. That is a good analogy there, Eric. It does. It punches above its weight class because it's torquey. It's not fast, but it does have the torque. And if you're out there and going, "Oh yeah, it is. It's fast," no, it's not. I mean, it can be faster than something else because it has torque to push it through, but that chain just doesn't spin fast. Even on mine, I've had mine modified. It's slight modifications. Somebody was saying, "Oh, that was modified," and it. I mean, I don't know. I don't really think of big modifications until you actually get in there to the motor, and that thing hasn't had that done to it. So, what am I saying in my rambles? Okay? The 590 is an impressive saw for what it is. You just straight up can't beat it for the saw that you're getting and the money that you have paid for such a saw. But I mean, it does not. It runs good. It runs good, but it doesn't have the power of a 70cc saw like a lot of people seem to think that it does. It just doesn't. But now, can you make it have that power? Yeah, you can. You can put some effort into it. I know you can with the 620. I've yet to see anybody do make major gains with the 590. But with the 620, I know you can. And, they're the same saw. They do have a different cylinder. Yes, I get it. But they're extremely similar. The 620 is also not a hot rod. It's a torquer. It digs in, grunt, pull. Now, if you get one set up and it's ported and you have a lot of power, yeah, it might be a 28-inch bar type of saw. But even if you've got all that power, that saw shouldn't have no 32, 36-inch bar on it, I don't think it should even have a 28. 24, yeah, now we're talking. That saw can be right at home. And this is my opinion, guys. If you do what you do, all right? I'm just making videos and hopefully you're entertained by them. With me? So, I think that if you have one of these Timberwolves that is actually modified, Like mine, I would call it modified. It's lightly modified, but it's modified. Um, Even ported, you know, 24, I think that's the limit. Now, if you need to throw a 28 on in order to go out and do this one job, you go for it. You do that, you know. I understand that. But then put the 24 or 22 or 20 back on it, because I don't know. It's my opinion. That's what feels right on that saw. I feel like whenever you get to a 28-inch bar, unless you've got one that really has been seriously worked over, like, and it's probably a 620 as well. 28's too big in my book. It just is. I mean, if you think it's cool, like obviously I slapped that 36 on there and it made it through the cut, but it was, you know, the steel was twice as fast. And that's what's supposed to happen with it. I mean, that's what you're supposed to run a 36 bar on, a 36-inch bar. It's not supposed to go on this little 60cc saw. But it's fun to look at it and see. And if I was to run it on there much longer, I don't know, I feel like it burn up that clutch, you know. It's just not made for that. And I see it a lot. Like, what I see is, yeah, I run a 28-inch bar. Yeah, I run a 32-inch bar, 36-inch bar. And they're cutting wood this big. And it's, you can run whatever size bar you want whenever you're cutting little tiny wood. But if you actually have to utilize a 36-inch bar to cut through a big old chunk of wood like that, 590 ain't going to be the saw for you guys. Just saying. But it's fun to test it. It's fun to watch these videos. And the 590 is, I think, unquestionably the best bang for your buck that you can get. Now, don't get me wrong. There are little deals out there. Like, I paid $125 for a really nice Husqvarna 268. Is that a better bang for my buck than the Echo 590? Yeah, but that is a one-off deal. These Echo 590s, you can buy them brand new in the store for $400, or you can get them used all the time, and they're just the lightest use you can imagine. You know, they're just one use, and then put back in the box. Or here, come buy this chainsaw from me. I see them very regularly for $250. And so for the just average guy, not the collector enthusiast that's watching Facebook Marketplace every day, every hour, like me, looking to get that real good deal. For the average guy, can't beat that Echo 590. The only issue that I know of them having is their air filtration. It sucks, you know, but there are ways to fix that. Contact Gearhead Performance with Matt Robinson. Look him up on YouTube. He's got a YouTube channel. Matt Robinson, Gearhead Performance. You can also just do a search. Echo 590, Gearhead Performance Filter. You know, it seems crazy that I have to tell that, but you know, a lot of people still have not figured out how to use the Google. But you know, you go, hey man, I wonder where I can find a refrigerator in Atlanta. Ask the Google. Where can I find a refrigerator in Atlanta? So many people don't know how to ask Google. Seriously. A lot of older folks think that you still have to have www dot in front of everything. And no, just type it in there. How many boogers are in my nose? You're going to get an answer. Anyways, this is enough for this video. And really like the Echo 590. I think it's a stellar saw. And in a pinch, yeah, it'll pull a 36-inch bar. But it's not meant for that. All right, later.